Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air, the extraordinary scene. CEO murder suspect Luigi Mangione brought to New York. The images unfolding today, Mangione shackled and under heavy guard. Federal prosecutors unsealing new charges against him and what they revealed from his notebook. Also breaking at this hour, will there now be a government shutdown affecting so many Americans just before Christmas? After pressure from Elon Musk and President-elect Donald Trump, the new vote tonight with their demands. Will it pass? Tracking this new storm moving into the Northeast tomorrow, heavy snow, rain, and strong winds, D.C. to New York to Boston. Tonight, the Amazon delivery workers now on strike in multiple states across this country, what they're now demanding, and will it affect your gifts getting there on time? This evening, the FAA now banning drones over parts of the Northeast, warning they could shoot them down, where they're restricting airspace tonight. In Buffalo, the deadly plane crash behind the home of an NFL star. The deadly collision on the tracks, a train and a tractor trailer. Tonight, growing concern over bird flu in this country after the first severe human case. Now another state just revealing they have a patient too. And our Made in America Christmas is back tonight, from portable bonfires and s'mores to fishing line turned into great gifts to the mid-century tissue box. And what so many companies have already told us you've done at home. You'll love this.
Made in America!
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with the CEO murder case. Tonight, suspect Luigi Mangione is in federal custody here in New York, waiving extradition in Pennsylvania this morning, flown to a Long Island airport, then by helicopter to New York City, appearing before a federal judge in just a matter of hours. Mangione handcuffed, shackled, escorted by dozens of officers, some heavily armed, from the chopper to the waiting van, then to federal court. In court today, Luigi Mangione reportedly read the indictment closely but did not enter a plea. And what authorities revealed was allegedly written in his notebook. Aaron Katersky leading us off again tonight.
Tonight, an extraordinary journey for the accused killer of United Healthcare Chief Executive Brian Thompson. It began this morning in Pennsylvania, where Luigi Mangione gave up his fight against extradition to New York City. And within minutes, police whisking him by motorcade to a nearby airport and onto a waiting plane for the short flight to New York. The 26-year-old Ivy League grad then delivered by chopper right to a helipad in Lower Manhattan, where the FBI, the mayor, and the NYPD were waiting.
Some of these detectives will finally sleep tonight after this person has been brought to justice here in New York City.
Shackled and surrounded by officers with long guns, Mangione was slowly escorted along a pier to a police van for the short ride to federal court. Inside, he changed out of the orange jumpsuit and into khakis and a sweater. Alert, but perhaps nervous, Mangione mainly kept his head down as he was charged with stalking and murdering Brian Thompson, a 50-year-old father of two boys. If convicted, Mangione could face the death penalty. Prosecutors quoted entries in a notebook police said they recovered from Mangione that read like a countdown to murder. One from August reads, "The details are finally coming together. The target is insurance because it checks every box." In October, 1.5 months. This investor conference is a true windfall. The complaint says the notebook describes an intent to whack the CEO of one of the insurance companies at its investor conference. The complaint laid out a trove of evidence, including hundreds of hours of video footage that suggests the shooter undertook extensive efforts to identify the victim, place the victim under surveillance, and track the victim's whereabouts, leading to the assassination-style killing on the sidewalk. Mangione did not enter a plea.
We're going to respectfully decline to make any comment at this time, but Mr. Mangione appreciates everyone's support. Thank you so much.
Outside courthouses in New York and Pennsylvania, Mangione's supporters denounced the health insurance industry.
He's awoken the people to a true issue, and when the masses come together is when change can really happen.
Tonight, the mayor of New York says protest is one thing, violence is another.
You don't use a gun. And anyone that celebrates that, it is vile and it is sending the wrong message, and you're celebrating using violence to solve an issue.
Mangione is in federal custody tonight, David. Actually, the same Brooklyn jail currently housing Sean Combs. I was with Mangione in court here today. He appeared docile, maybe a bit nervous, didn't say much, thumbed through the criminal complaint. It appeared no family came to see him. David?
All right, Aaron Katersky, we're leading us off here tonight. Aaron, thank you. We should note that Aaron is part of the reporting team tonight on a 2020 special right here, Manhunt, Luigi Mangione, and the CEO murder. It's a special edition of 2020. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, we take you inside this case, of course. New details, new reporting. That's tonight right here, later on ABC. In the meantime, we turn to the other breaking story at this hour from Capitol Hill, and the question, will there be a government shutdown affecting so many Americans just before Christmas? After pressure from Elon Musk and President-elect Donald Trump on Republicans not to support a bipartisan deal, now the new vote tonight with their demands, but will it pass? Mary Bruce with late reporting from the Hill tonight.
Tonight, 24 hours after billionaire Elon Musk and President-elect Donald Trump blew up a bipartisan plan to avoid a government shutdown, Musk threatening that any lawmaker who backed it deserves to be voted out. House Republicans said they had come up with a new plan.
All I can tell you is we have an agreement.
But hours later, that plan failed. Dozens of Republicans voting against it, which means the government is again barreling towards a shutdown late tomorrow night, which could leave millions of federal workers, including military families, without their paychecks heading into Christmas.
Did you speak with Trump last night?
In the middle of it all, House Speaker Mike Johnson, who had been preparing to pass a temporary spending bill with Democrats to keep the government running. But when Musk got wind of that, he launched a relentless attack on his social media network X, calling the bill a crime. Trump then followed Musk's lead and upped the ante, ordering Republicans to add a completely unrelated provision, telling them to raise the national borrowing limit now before he gets into office. He doesn't want to fight that battle early next year, while he's also trying to get tax cuts and start mass deportations. There won't be anything approved unless the debt ceiling is done with, the president-elect told ABC's John Carl. If we don't get it, then we're going to have a shutdown. But for some Republicans we spoke with, raising the debt ceiling now is a non-starter.
There's at least 20, 30 Republicans who are not for raising the debt. Not for raising the debt ceiling. I think it's a non-starter, actually.
On Capitol Hill tonight, the frustration palpable.
I think shutting down the government is masterclass dumb, and I don't want to do it.
Democrats telling me the new House Republican plan, which includes Trump's demand to raise the debt limit, is a joke. Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries saying he's not just a no, but a hell no.
The Musk-Johnson proposal is not serious. It's laughable. Extreme MAGA Republicans are driving us to a government shutdown.
Now caught in limbo, families like the Bittners of Austin, Texas.
I have a mortgage payment still due January 1st. They don't care.
Jennifer's husband, Army Lieutenant Colonel Randall Bittner, could see his paycheck dry up if the government shuts down. Tonight, this is her message to President-elect Trump, Elon Musk, and Congress.
As a military family that we are not truly thought of. Our stories aren't thought of. Our lives aren't thought of when these things happen, when you have things like the government shutdown coming up. I can't put into words how difficult it is to think that our livelihoods can just be thought of as a pawn.
David, a shutdown is now looming tomorrow night. The Speaker's Plan B just failed here, and right now it's not clear what Plan C is. Republicans now looking to Donald Trump and Elon Musk to see what they should do next. And David, another headline here tonight relating to Donald Trump, this one about his election interference case in Georgia. The state's Court of Appeals today disqualifying Fani Willis, the prosecutor there who brought the case against Trump and his allies for a relationship she had with a lawyer she hired to prosecute the case. Now, the indictment still stands, but tonight Trump is celebrating this move. David.
All right, Mary Bruce, following the late developments live on the Hill tonight. Mary, thank you. Now to the new storm heading to the northeast. Winter weather alerts for major airports. Snow, rain for the I-95 corridor tomorrow. This includes Philadelphia, New York, Boston, just of course as millions begin to travel for the holiday. Look at this, Minneapolis declaring a snow emergency up to 6 inches already. And a semi-truck jackknifing in the middle of icy Interstate 94. This is northwest of the Twin Cities. This all hits the northeast tomorrow, an Arctic blast right behind it all. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg of our station WABC here in New York, timing it all out for us. Hi, Lee.
Hey, David, this is really fall's curtain call. You can see the snowfall across the Great Lakes tonight. We're in storm alerts there, high wind warnings in the plains, travel delays from the Twin Cities to Green Bay. Those delays will slide towards Chicago and Detroit tonight into tomorrow, along I-80 delays. And then this storm is moving into the northeast. Looks like a mixed bag along the I-95 corridor tomorrow. There'll be some snow inland. That snow could crash toward the coast tomorrow night into part of Saturday morning. This uncorks Arctic air. In fact, it's the coldest air of the season right here in New York City to start winter, feeling like single digits Sunday and Monday. It feels like 40 degrees all the way to Florida. The good news is the recovery is still on schedule for the holidays, even record highs in the middle of the country Christmas week, and that should last until the new year. David?
All right, Lee Goldberg with us here again tonight. Lee, thanks as always. We turned out to the protests at Amazon facilities coast to coast tonight, and of course, just days before Christmas. Striking drivers now targeting facilities in New York, Atlanta, Illinois, and California. What they're now demanding, and of course the question, will it affect your gifts getting there on time? Here tonight, Trevor Ault.
Tonight, many outside drivers hired by Amazon coast to coast walking off the job just days before Christmas and New Year's.
Corporate greed has got to go!
Workers who deliver packages from 7 Amazon facilities now on strike.
We don't have any Christmas presents under the trees this year because the wages, the hours that we get working for Amazon just simply aren't enough to get by.
Our Matt Gutman in California.
You can see these picketers are blocking this Amazon facility here. They say they'll stay as long as it takes because they are overworked and underpaid.
The Teamsters Union is accusing Amazon of insatiable greed, saying the company ignored a December 15th deadline to come to the bargaining table for better pay and working conditions. Faith Abube in Georgia, speaking to driver Thomas Hickman, who says he fractured his ankle on the job.
They didn't care about the well-being of, they was more worried about the packages being delivered.
Amazon does not recognize the Teamsters as a union representing their employees and says it won't negotiate with them, accusing many demonstrators of being outsiders. While most of the drivers we spoke with do work for third-party delivery companies hired by Amazon, they say they wear Amazon uniforms, drive Amazon vehicles, and many exclusively deliver boxes from Amazon.
I dress in Amazon uniform, I ride in an Amazon van, and I deliver Amazon packages.
And Amazon tonight insists the strike has had no impact on their deliveries.
Christmas is on track, and we fully expect to be able to fulfill our delivery promises for our customers.
And David, the NYPD arrested 2 picketers here today in Queens for blocking Amazon delivery vehicles. This picketing is still going on. They say they'll be back tomorrow, David.
Trevor Ault reporting tonight. Trevor, thank you. Next tonight here to the mystery over those drones. And tonight the FAA with an unprecedented move, banning drones over parts of the Northeast, threatening to shoot them down now, where they're now restricting what they call national defense airspace over parts of New Jersey. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef tonight.
Tonight, federal authorities making an unprecedented move, shutting down parts of New Jersey airspace and threatening to shoot down unauthorized drones due to special security concerns. The FAA warning that flying a drone without government permission in 22 areas is illegal, and authorities may use deadly force against any drones that pose an imminent security threat. Stretches of the state now defined as national defense airspace, including parts of Jersey City and Edison. But the Department of Homeland Security saying, again, there is no threat to public safety. And tonight, there is new alarm over a 269% increase in laser strikes on planes across the state since last year. Authorities urging people not to target aircraft, saying pointing lasers into the sky can cause pilots temporary blindness with dangerous and possibly deadly consequences.
And David, that drone ban over critical infrastructure in New Jersey will last through January 17th. Authorities warning anyone piloting an unauthorized drone, they could face federal charges. David?
All right, Ariel Reshef reporting tonight. Ariel, thank you. When we come back here, the deadly plane crash right behind the home of an NFL star outside Buffalo, New York, and the images coming in here in a moment. Also, last night, the first severe human case of bird flu. The news coming in tonight. Another state now, and we'll have the latest. And our Made in America Christmas, a really great idea if you love s'mores. You've got to see this. Tonight, a deadly plane crash outside Buffalo. The plane coming down in an NFL star's backyard. Authorities say the pilot was killed. The plane crashing just feet away from the home owned by the Buffalo Bills' Dion Dawkins. He says his fiancée was there at the time. She was unhurt. The pilot declaring an emergency just before that crash. Tonight, we've now learned a second person has died from a horrific collision between a freight train and a tractor trailer stuck on the tracks in West Texas. The video showing the moment the train came barreling through, slamming into the truck. 2 people on board the train were killed, multiple cars derailing. When we come back here tonight, the new concern over bird flu right here in the U.S. Last night, the first severe human case. Tonight, a new state reporting its first human case, and we'll have the latest in a moment. And our Made in America Christmas, so many small businesses we've featured here and what they now report tonight, what you've done at home. And if you love s'mores, you're going to love this new idea tonight. To the index of other news tonight, Wisconsin is now the 9th state to report its first suspected human case of bird flu. Health officials say a farm worker is being treated for mild symptoms, the patient coming in contact with infected poultry. Now, this comes after Louisiana last night reported the first human case of severe bird flu here in the U.S., and California declaring a state of emergency because of the number of cases there. Still, no known cases of human-to-human transmission of bird flu. When we come back here tonight, our great Made in America Christmas, from portable bonfires and s'mores to fishing line turned into great gifts to the perfect mid-century tissue box. These American ideas are definitely going to make you smile tonight. Finally tonight here, our great Made in America Christmas. We've been doing this for more than a decade now. Tonight here, the portable bonfires, the s'mores, the fishing line turned into gifts, the perfect mid-century tissue box, and one giant thank you. Tonight, Christmas less than a week away.
This is not going to be here for long.
No.
There's still time. Our 13th year, our Made in America Christmas, starting with the firefighters, those 2 brothers, American-made coats, built to last.
A little Made in America Christmas.
100%.
Tonight, Rockville, Maryland, the company City Bonfires, making portable mini bonfires, their holiday s'mores kit, the marshmallows from North Carolina, graham crackers from Illinois. Started by 2 dads, next-door neighbors Chris McCasland and Michael Polsky. In just 4 years, growing from Chris's garage to this giant warehouse. Chris and Mike and the team packing up Christmas orders.
Hey, David, we're busy here shipping out all our holiday orders of our Made in the USA City Bonfire products.
The boxes, City Bonfires, made with love in Maryland, USA. 10 workers, 5,000 bonfires a day, getting them there in time.
I want to say thanks, everybody. This is our 4th pickup of the day, just loading up another UPS truck. Super excited. Thank you so much. Made in America!
And from Sterling, Alaska tonight, south of Anchorage, the Alaska Rug Company.
Hi, David.
Jen, Lutton, Ryan, Bernard, hand-weaving rugs, placemats, towel racks, and bowls out of repurposed Alaskan fishing line and rope. 70 bowls a week.
Sustainable rope art, made in America.
In Palm Springs, California, the company Destination PSP and their mid-century modern tissue boxes, inspired by Palm Springs' iconic mid-century architecture.
Hi, David.
The Direct Edge team in Anaheim, California, printing the boxes. Then in Palm Springs, 20 workers putting them together, and they're hiring 1,000 tissue boxes a month.
Hi, David.
Owner Jeffrey Bernstein.
Each tissue box cover is made from about 8 to 12 different pieces. We've got 6 different designs. The Swiss Miss, Twin Palms, the wedge roof, our most popular, the butterfly roof, the folded plate roof, and the Ranch Club Estates.
His pitch.
Our tissue box covers make great holiday gifts and great conversation pieces.
And from Madrid, Iowa, north of Des Moines, Banner Toys.
Hey, David.
Husband and wife, Jesse and Stacy Banner.
All of our wood toys are made right here in the Midwest.
We use organic finishes and paints, and they're all safe for your babies.
From rattles, stacking toys, modern versions of all the classics.
12 workers, 30,000 orders this year alone. The wood from Michigan, Ohio, Maine, Texas, and Illinois. Tonight, the finishing touches on the blocks. Their signature state baby rattles. All 50 states.
We're proud to be Made in America.
So many of you at home taking part this year, and we're grateful. Even Oprah.
I love it when David's Made in America teams up with my favorite things.
Remember one of Oprah's American ideas? Gently Soap.
Hi, David. Welcome to Gently Soap in Marietta, Georgia. Come on in.
Kristen Dunning and her all-natural ingredients and flowers, lavender, chamomile, from Georgia, Montana, North Carolina. Perfect, she says, for sensitive skin. Telling us after our story here on her, the orders that are pouring in. In fact, we heard from so many companies this year after our reporting, and just listen to what Kristen told us.
After the show aired, we received over 1,300 orders, and we are currently packing and shipping them as fast as we can.
All of it with those 3 words in mind.
Made in America!
We love Made in America. You've helped so many small businesses this year. Thanks for bearing with my voice tonight. Feel fine, just the voice, but couldn't miss Made in America. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.